Greetings, my good people. Of course, my name is Victor Rono, and the show is It's Victor Rono Speaking. And time is show up for yourself. Despite everything, remember to always show up for yourself, And if it's Tuesday, it's Let's Speak Happenings, where we get to speak about the three most trending topics right here in the 254. And today, of course, I'm going to jump into the unboxing story, the kapow lady. I'm going to speak about the Junet Mohammed was trending most of Sunday because of something that ODM wants to do to him. And the last story is how Mulamwa treats his new girl over his previous relationship. So I'll jump right into it. And in light of the Nigerian, let's say the xenophobia and the story about the murder that we had the past week, and Kwamboxing probably said something, and I want to compare the Kwamboxing story compared to the Shafi Weru story. This is a comparison, feminist and the male card, and all this. So to start with, if you saw the two videos by Shafi and the past, I think 3 years ago or 4 years ago, and now the Kwamboxing story, and these videos clearly don't have any bad intentions. I think it's just a slip of the tongue, but since you're in the limelight, you're taken seriously. But the question comes in whereby who is judged harshly, because we are having a lady here who said whatever she said, and she gets a chance to walk away from this. And we have another one by Shafi who just says something, and I think the world was already waiting for him, or it says nikabla ni kama yake, because Shafi is a non-bad boy, But my question is, why was Shafi really judged harshly, And the question comes back to it. And truth be told, corporate world is a women's, or rather female savannah. This is where they rule. This is where, because they cannot go on the hardcore job, so they use this soft skill thing, the PR thing, and the communication thing, and the going up the ladder corporate thing, because it's their space. It's a soft space. It's whereby you can use good language, you can use good soft talking, and you are up in the ladder, So for this one, I don't want to take sides, but it's not fair. It's not fair for Kwamboxing to be walking free like that. I didn't see people going so hard on her. But for Shafi Manze, it didn't take 24 hours before all the companies that supported this person had withdrawn all the endorsements and were even threatening the whole company. So they had no choice but to let go of Shafi. And it's clear, as a man, it's a hard place to be. But the good thing about the whole picture is, just like Daddy Owen came through all that messy thing, Shafi Weru came back to the limelight, and he's doing so well. I think right now, as you can see, he's working with the office of the governor, Nairobi, Sakaja. I think he's all over working with him, and that's a good thing. And to add on to it, the dude is now the Eastern African Bel Air, the brand, Bel Air brand, and he was the face of Bel Air in East Africa. So it's a win-win. It took time, but we've learned don't be careless with these things, because as a man, the world will judge you harshly. That's the take-home. Number 2 is the Junet Mohammed story that we had the past week. I will not lie to you. This is a laughing moment for me as a UDA supporter in that election, and as a guy who has a soft spot for William Ruto. Do you imagine that Junet Mohammed is being asked to show cause why he's been missing on those activities for Azimio? And this is the same guy who was Wahi Meenda Mutuandi Kitu, the pride that always came out of his mouth during the 2017 to 2022 elections. That guy could not be handled, and he was so up here. So for this one, let me just say, at any position you are in currently, never be too proud, because these things really change. Positions really shift. It's really a round world. Today you can be something, tomorrow you can be the one on the receiving end, kesho tena wewe ndio mkubwa, kesho ingine tena, but so humility should be practiced at all levels. Ukijua, you never know who's going to come for your neck, because for Junet, basically, after this, I don't think he's going to be relevant in the Kenyan politics, because after ODM loses him, I think That's just it, because where Migori is an ODM zone, you cannot come out as an independent candidate, you cannot build yourself, you're just by the masses of these people, but it's just biting each other, and I'm happy for him. To be honest, I'm just laughing at Junet, because it's about time you pay for your sins, for saying all those bad things and being rude to us. That's just, I'm laughing at this. The last story now is about the Mulamwa and the Bestie Ruth K thing, yeah? One thing you should learn from it is, and it is okay. Let me compare Mulamwa to Phil. And it is okay for Phil to be left and get actress to move on so fast. But it is not okay for Mulamwa to move on so fast and treat the next girlfriend so better. Mpaka all the females are now starting to get uncomfortable. Mpaka wanaanza vibes za, how can you go treat a baby and your new girlfriend while your other baby is suffering? Then I'm wondering. So for Phil, it's okay for him to suffer and get to move on so fast. But for Mulamwa, having happiness with this other chick is a problem. That's just a question. My name is Victor Rono. Show is It's Victor Rono speaking. Shop for yourself is the anthem. Until next week, I will see you.